I'm Jeanette Chung, and welcome to New Hive Tonight, a new program that explores bees who aren't satisfied with their seemingly preordained lot in life, and now struggle to change their fortunes. The reason this is a new program, of course, is because, well, no bee has ever really done it before. Until now. Tonight, the bee who brought the insect and human worlds together. He's touched our hearts and our venom bladders. Barry B. Benson.
Thanks for having me.
You know, you're shorter in person than you look on TV.
I'm told the camera adds 5 millimeters.
Barry, your face is everywhere. T-shirts, posters, books. Your mug is on a mug, for B's sake. There's even a video game.
I hadn't heard about the video game.
It's both challenging and entertaining. So tell us, where did your hero's journey begin?
Well, as you know, Jeanette, aside from having to break your way out of a wax cocoon at birth, college is one of the most challenging times in a young bee's life.
Yes, I remember. I went to BU.
Oh yeah, me too. Well, it really is the only school.
Go BU.
Anyway, Jeanette, it all started for me the day after graduation. I was really trying to figure things out.
I see. Take us back, Barry, to that first day. Roll it, Hal.
Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. Gotta go.
What? No breakfast?
No, thanks. I don't want to be late.
I can't believe this day has finally arrived. My boy is going to work at Hunex.
Wait till the girls at the nail place hear my Barry graduated BU with straight B's. None of their sons graduated with straight B's.
Now go down there, son, and show him you're a Benson.
Don't do that! Your father didn't leave on good terms.
Oh, for the millionth time, Janet, I did not steal those Post-its.
Bye, guys.
Oh, Martin, will you stop it?
What do I need with boxes and boxes of Post-its?
Hi, Barry. Before we face the challenges of our new lives after graduation, we've got to get a couple of things straight first. Use the X button to jump. You can also hover by pressing the L2 button. Now look at the mini-map on the lower right of the screen. It shows you the whole area where you are. These markers will show you the places of interest. Very important for a bee in the know. Remember, though, I'm still waiting for you over at Hunex. Check your mini-map if you get lost. Like now,
How's it going, everyone? He's still explaining things, but I'm just gonna kick this off because it's already been 4 minutes and I haven't even said anything. But welcome to the next Let's Play that I'm doing on this channel, and as you can see by now, it is B-Movie Game. Very janky licensed game, which, you know, makes it fit perfectly with the majority of the games that I've done LPs of on this channel so far. And very fitting for this to be a kind of, like, clunky, weird game, because it's based on a very silly, weird movie that has become a turbo meme on the internet in recent years, as I'm sure many of you know, to the point that I think now it's kind of a passé meme. I don't really see a whole lot of people making B-movie jokes as much as they used to, but maybe I'm just not hanging out in the right circles. But I feel like 3 or 4 years ago it was undergoing a real resurgence of sorts. But I mostly like the movie. I know it kind of has a reputation as like a mostly bad movie, but I think as far as DreamWorks animated movies go, it's actually pretty funny. I think the animation for its time is a little bit lackluster, but I think it has a lot of good jokes. I admire it for its insane premise and going in the direction it does. I actually think that it, like, kind of makes sense in terms of its, like, themes and plot and such. But I'm sure we'll get into that, get into a more extensive talk about the movie that this game is based on.
This is my stop. I'll catch you after my
In due time. Maybe I'll revisit the movie, because it's been several years since I've seen it. Maybe I'll revisit it and report back with it before the end of this LP.
Do you want excitement? Do you want adventure? Do you want to serve your hive? A new job station has just been installed in your neighborhood. Come and see. Another quality product brought to you by Hunex, the Hunex Corporation, a division of Hunesco. Attention.
So, here we are getting the introduction into one half of what kind of game this is, which is a job search simulator, which in real life I hate. I am one of the people on this earth burdened with the trait that my two least favorite things to do are go to work and look for a job. So, maybe not in that order. I might like looking for it less, because at least you get paid to go to work. Anyway, so yeah, the hub world is the hive, and during this time you look for a job, basically. You go around and do a bunch of challenges that are different jobs around the hive, both in the suburbs. There's stuff like cab driver, a delivery man, mechanic, I'm trying to think of other ones, race car driver, stuff like that. And then in this one, I kind of like the Hunex ones a little bit better, and I specifically like this one, which, you know, is very simple, and the first several challenges of them, I think there are 10 for each one, but there might be more for some of them. They're pretty easy. And also, it's just among the most simple of the jobs to do in terms of actually playing it. You're just moving the control stick back and forth. And get ready to hear that guy's voice a lot. The voice of Hunex. I don't know who voices him. He kind of gives me like a Bruce Campbell vibe, but I'm fairly certain that is not him. Although, this game does impressively retain a large portion of its original voice cast from the movie. That is indeed Jerry Seinfeld as Barry B. Benson. I'm pretty sure Adam is being voiced by Matthew Broderick here. Ken is Patrick Warburton. John Goodman, later on in the game, will be playing his role of Montgomery, the lawyer. The only principal character that seems to have a different voice actor is Vanessa. Renee Zellweger does not appear. I guess they couldn't get her for this one. She doesn't seem like someone who would be very interested in doing a voice for a video game anyway. But yeah, that guy, his voice is always playing on the loudspeaker in the hive. Whenever you start a job challenge, he says, like, you have a job on standby, and then when you click it, he's like, oh, get ready to shit your pants with how amazing this job is. It's kind of grating after a while, because you have to do a lot of them to unlock the story chapters, which we're going to get just a little bit of a taste of in this episode. Where you actually go out and do the things that happen in the movie, and then some. And that has a whole different set of gameplay mechanics that we will get into when we get to them. Not really any reason to get into it now while we're still doing this. I'm showing off a lot of the fillery stuff that I normally, going forward in this LP, will be cutting out a lot of, which is driving back and forth to places. I probably, after a while, will stop showing all of the jobs, especially the cab jobs, because they take forever, and they're not particularly interesting. They're just me driving places. And, I mean, the hub world here is only so big, so you're gonna see a lot of the same places. But, and then also the loading screens. One of my main complaints with this game is that there are a lot of loading screens, and they are kind of long. And I will be cutting out all the times that I save. I'm one of those people, and this is just how I was raised. I guess, when I was a young budding gamer. I'm someone who just compulsively saves a lot because I'm always very paranoid about the game fucking up and me losing some progress, especially after I've done a part that I really wouldn't want to do again because it's boring or difficult. I'm gonna shut up and let this cutscene go for a minute.
Everything is honey. Well, there's also wax, but mostly it's honey.
What are you saying?
I just have to believe there's more to life than making honey.
Barry, we're bees. Bees make honey. That's what we do. Spiders spin webs, silkworms weave silk, snails... well, I don't know what they do, but you know what I'm saying. My point is, Barry, I just think you need to go with the flow, you know?
Flow? What flow? There's no flow here.
Oh, there's flow. Taxi! So, you coming?
You go. I'll catch up later.
So disillusioned Barry is for some reason attracted to probably the most boring job that you can get, that you can do things for in this game. I probably won't be doing all of the job trials, at least not on screen. I don't know what all of the requirements are for 100% completion, but I'm not going to do them. But suffice it to say, I am going to go out of my way to do and get as much stuff as I can within reason. There's a certain number of those honeycomb things, I think they're called honey snacks or something, in each level. I usually like to go out of my way to get those because I like collecting things. People who watch my videos know that one of the reasons that I am attracted to so many licensed platformers, and was when I was a kid, is because a lot of them involve sucking stuff up and watching the number go up, and I enjoy doing that. What else? There's a museum thing where you can take pictures with your camera and you'll get concept art in the museum. There's a thing where you can pick up little thingies and it'll make a statue show up in the museum. There's one in each level, so I usually try to get those. Also flowers. Later on, when you're outside of the hive, a big part of each level is pollinating flowers. You don't have to do all of them usually, but I like to try to get all of them because why not? So yeah, but at some point some of that stuff might be a little bit tiresome, so I might speed it up or cut it out. And yeah, just in general, don't want to belabor things more than I have to. But here at the beginning, I'm kind of showing it all off because, I mean, if you've seen one cab job trial, you've seen them all. You pick up the person, you go to the place, you drop them off, you get another person. Some of them have you go into Hunex. Some of them, the time is a little bit tighter than others. But it's mostly uninteresting. But this is all just sort of the beginning of the game tutorial stuff that you want to get out of the way at the beginning, and then once you get into a rhythm of doing a couple job trials and then doing the story chapters, and the characters don't feel the need to stop every 30 seconds to tell you what to do, things become a lot more enjoyable. It's still a very janky and broken-ass game, though, and I've alluded to it several times without saying what the game was, because I wanted to keep it a surprise that I was going to do this game, for whatever reason. And yeah, here I am doing the destruction. I'm already someone who would, in any game where you can drive and hit things, I'll go out of my way to do it, but they give you points that you need to buy stuff, so I, am always going to be doing that, just basically driving on the sidewalk at all times. But I alluded to it several months ago. I was originally trying to LP this game last year, was it last year? It was a while ago, on the PS2 emulator that I have, which I have gotten to work with some games, but not all of them. Some of you will know I did the Kim Possible PS2 game. That was on the emulator. And I got a working ROM for this, but for whatever reason, it was very glitchy in two ways. During all of the pre-rendered cutscenes, I don't know if they're actually pre-rendered. I've learned recently that means a much more specific thing than what I think it means, so it might not be pre-rendered. But anyway, the cutscenes that have a different graphical style than the regular game.
It's time for some straight
The one like at the beginning with the new Hive Tonight shit and stuff like that. Basically only those segments. All of them were all choppy. And like the audio and video would get really choppy. And then during the game, the regular gameplay, all of the like ambient sounds of the world, like the cars driving, the passersby's wings flittering and stuff, the clanking of the lampposts and stuff like that, even if you hadn't triggered them, like literally just during that first cutscene when he's talking to his parents, they would just randomly be going off constantly, and there's really nothing you could do about it. And I tried this ROM with every combination of relevant emulator settings that I could think of, and I just could not get it to work. I've spent hours trying it, and so I just said, you know what, fuck it. I have a working capture card now. I'm just gonna buy it for the PS2, because that's what I originally played it on. I have also played it on the Wii, and I find the motion controls for this game on the Wii to be incredibly frustrating. So I prefer the PS2 version, even though I think it's a little bit more unwieldy, because, I mean, this is a late 2007 game for the PS2. And it is still very janky. I've had this copy of it on the PS2 freeze up on me once. And there are all sorts of, like, graphical glitches and stuff like that, but, I mean, again, it's, like, kind of a janky, I assume not very high-budget game. And, you know, as a connoisseur of licensed games based on children's films, I am not at all a stranger to such flaws. But anyway, so at the end of this video, I've actually been holding on to a recording of an example of the glitches that I was experiencing, so that you can know what I'm talking about. That'll be tacked on at the end of this video, so you can enjoy that and see what I was dealing with. And I mean, if you have any insight of how to get what's it called, ESPXE or no PCSX2 or whatever, that emulator, to get it to work, I mean, by all means tell me, but I've already recorded like 4 videos worth of this game, so on my, and I own it now, so it's not really much point, but oh well.
Hello, I'm here with Barry B. Benson.
You know, that was amazing, Jeanette. It was really almost like being there.
Well, we are broadcast in BHD. It has twice the stripes of BTV.
Wow, twice the stripes.
Now, Barry, just to give our viewers some background, had you ever been outside the Hive before?
Oh, no.
So what happened? What led you to that first day outside?
Well, Jeanette, there comes a time in every bee's life when he has to ask himself what he's made of. Is there something more?
So you had an itch?
Well, I'm not sure it was an itch exactly. There was definitely some tingling, bordering on a Jones, but a little short of a yen.
A Jones? A Jones led you to risk it all to fly with the pollen jocks?
Jones, yen.
Because, you know, I'd heard this all started as a dare.
Really? A dare? You know, why don't I tell your viewers a little bit about the outside?
Please, tell us what you saw that first day. It's been said that just a mere sight of the outside can drive a bee mad.
Oh, that's just an old wasp's tale. But it is big and loud. And, well, there is danger around every corner. And don't get me started on the rain.
Did you say rain?
Pouring rain, crazy rain, and wild animals, and humongous cars, and humans. Humans as far as the eye can see. But other than that, well, let me show you. Hal, can you roll that? Thanks.
Luckily, we have a bunch of third-person footage, cinematically shot footage of that day. So I don't even have to tell you, I can just show you. Or they literally just, like, have his memories.
Recruiting standards are getting more lax every day. What's your name, Bug Juice?
Barry B. Benson, sir.
I actually don't think that the animation and, like, movement of the characters, and especially the lip-syncing in these cutscenes, I don't think it looks all that bad. I don't think the game looks all that bad for being a, like, janky licensed PS2 game. It's not too bad.
Are not your friends. Oh, and absolutely no talking to humans. Make me proud, boys. Round nose petunias, you striped stem suckers. All of you dry nose flowers. Launch! Launch!
So here is the first of what will be several flying sequences in this game, which are a combination of, we just did one for 1 second there, combination of, moving out of the way of obstacles, and then something that we're going to get a lot of in this game that you'll see in a moment. You saw a little bit of it there with having to repeatedly press X to rev up your ass, I guess. Is QuickTime events. There are a lot of those in this game. I mean, they're pretty easy for the most part, but of course, I still manage to fuck them up from time to time, including in this video, and I'm pretty sure I left it in, where I just fully pressed the wrong button, because I was not really thinking about it. But yeah, it's just press the button on the screen. I know that people have some like mixed opinions about QuickTime events in games. They often seem like a kind of lazy way to let you play through a certain moment. One game that I've LP'd on this channel, Tomb Raider Anniversary, had a few of those where time would slow down and you just had to do the correct button prompt. But hey, consider this my way of showing you what happens when you, don't do the right thing. But it's pretty forgiving, just starts you right back, where you were. But that is going to be where we leave off. The next 2 minutes of this is going to be the, stuff from the glitches. I do like that part, though. And I'm sad that you don't miss the sound, that you miss the sound of the rapid clicking of the button on my controller. But anyway, that'll be all for now. Next time we're going to continue with this first story chapter. Enjoy the footage of the glitches right about now.
Hello, I'm Jeanette Chung, and welcome to New Hive Tonight, a new program that explores bees who aren't satisfied with their seemingly preordained lot in life, and now struggle to change their fortunes.
Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. Gotta go.
What? No breakfast?
No, thanks. I don't want to be late.
I can't believe this day has finally arrived. My boy is going to work at Hunex.
Wait till the girls at the nail place hear my Barry graduated BU with straight B's. None of their sons graduated with straight B's.
Now go down there, son, and show him you're a Benson.
Don't do that! Your father didn't leave on good terms.
Oh, for the millionth time, Janet, I did not steal those Post-its.
Bye, guys.
Oh, Mark, wait.
Hi, Barry. Before we face the challenges of our new... If you want to get there faster,